Moving teams is always tricky, particularly when they've spent...
Hello everybody and welcome. This isn't the internet's best reactions, it's the F1 fans' best reactions to the Netflix Drive to Survive Season 2.
Are we the best fans?
We're the best fans.
This is Jess, this is Tommy, I'm Matt. You'll know us if you watch the WTF1 podcast, but I want to say a big thank you to Netflix for allowing us to actually do this, to watch some of the best clips that we decided to whittle down and into, I think, 13 clips. So, should we dive straight into the first one?
Let's do this.
Okay, here we go. Have I actually got the sound on? No, here we go.
Romain, the last time a black and gold car was on the grid, it finished on the podium with you, yeah. So can you repeat this? Yeah. Yeah, no pressure, you know. We especially
were bankrupt as well.
We are not bankrupt. We are not bankrupt. You know, we are not bankrupt, but anyway, not yet. Depends how many cars you destroy this year, but so.
Savage.
I love how he holds up his finger like, okay, yeah, fair enough.
He makes so many jokes about Grosjean crashing.
So,
It's going to come.
Right, so that was from episode 1. Now we're going to go straight to episode 2. I've actually forgotten what a lot of these are, but
Yeah.
there are a few beauties. Actually, I know this exactly what this is because of
I
the
don't.
glass door. This is Haas again.
and I'm not fucking going into who is right and who is wrong. I don't want to. He moved, that moved, and all that fucking wank, you know. Gene spends 100 fucking million a year of his own fucking money, which fucking wants to pull the plug and let everybody down because you're two fucking idiots.
I think this is the
swear
clip
jar.
where people said if you take a drink every time he says the F word, you'd be paralytic.
I've not more to fucking say to you guys, and if you don't like it, I don't need you here. Do not come back, please. What was that?
Kevin just fucking smashed the door. That's not acceptable.
Oh!
That was a big smash.
He's not fucking doing that to me, you know?
He goes storming off like a dad.
I love how he's like chasing him down the paddock.
Episode 1, and it was kind of like the Haas show, wasn't it, at the beginning of
I know,
Very much.
Season 2.
Obviously, like Guenther was the breakout star of last season, but I didn't even realise how much he swore until this season.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay.
Let's go for this one. I wonder which one
Yeah.
this is.
Baku.
Episode 3, Baku.
Where could this be?
Around 10 minutes, whatever it was, 10 minutes 42.
10 minutes 38. But I just love how people would message me and actually say, even though I've posted about it, Matt, did you know that you're in season 2, episode 3, 10 minutes 38?
What is a little bit like the game, right?
Yeah, I know.
Do you know
It's
you're
the
in
new
game?
version of that, yeah.
And the screenshot actually looks like I'm in the game. Like, it looks like my game character somehow. Right, let's play this through.
I love coming here. Baku is a high-speed street circuit. This track creates just amazing racing. It's so intense.
Danny Rick, good start to the clip. Now, not only was I in this, but my voice as well.
There he is.
Now,
There he is.
I will play this out.
I think you might have had more screen time than Lando Norris. Tommy, where were you in Drive to
I
Survive?
know, I got absolutely shafted there.
I think that they've just like,
cut me
blocked
out.
you out.
I remember that Baku autograph session because there must be a lot that they cut out because I remember getting absolutely punted out the way by the Netflix camera at one point because they were trying to get a clip of Carlos Sainz with these two twins dressed in like Carlos Sainz gear, and then they started like cheering him. It was really weird.
I didn't even know Netflix were filming when I was doing all that. Otherwise, I
did,
probably would have played up a bit more.
Yeah, walking in front of the camera constantly going,
Oh, sorry.
"Oh, sorry, I'm in the way."
Is this the right one, or have I just gone? No, is that wrong?
Hey,
Okay, clip
it's
4.
another
Here we
Danny
go.
Rick.
Another Danny Rick.
Get some speeding, get into the appropriate intensity. Nice, mate.
Moving teams is always tricky, particularly when they've spent so much of their career...
That is intense.
Terrifying.
How has that not been memed yet? I've not seen a GIF of that yet.
I haven't either, actually.
Yeah.
Quick, get on it.
Yeah, I feel like there
Make
needs to be
it.
like a slow-mo zooming in GIF of his face.
Moving teams is always tricky, particularly when they've spent so much of their career.
Clip
Episode
5.
4.
They've got that the wrong way around. Here we go. Germany.
Oh, God.
The spicy one.
Oh.
It's going to be good.
it's the German Grand Prix.
We want to do particularly well here because of our home crowd.
Buckle yourselves in.
I'm so glad that this episode is actually as good as it
definitely
was, because there was obviously all that fear that they were going to tell him that they couldn't show anything.
Yeah.
Them in their fancy dress as well.
What does Bottas looks like he's going to play around a golf?
Yeah, he does.
Which is absolutely
Tucked
nothing
in
wrong with
shirt
that. Love a
and
bit of golf. If you want to play Valtteri, just let me know.
Welcome to the Friday press conference ahead of the 2019 German Grand Prix.
Mit sicheres klumpert an.
Du bist so deppert, dass das nicht glaubst. Jetzt steht jetzt fast 1000-mal hier.
Even the guy from the mountains knows how to put it on.
The only one not is told us, so that proves us a point.
His face.
You've been here 1,000 times.
We're having a dedicated livery, we're wearing a different team kit tomorrow, and lots of activities around the track. But on the other side, it's 25 points that are as many points as on any other given circuit, and we just need to add another good race performance in order to make a step towards a championship.
That video of him is like one of those videos taken moments before disaster.
Yeah.
Him just going, it's going to be great. We've got a special livery. We've got all this stuff. And then what? Of
terrible.
all the things that could have happened.
What do we all think about the Ben Hunt from the Sun question to Toto after all of that?
Oh, we didn't clip that bit, did we?
No, he got a lot of hate.
He got a lot of hate. When you look at it, I can understand why people got irritated, and it was because of the way in which he
was swaggering, wasn't he?
It was just kind of an arrogant way of asking, you messed up. So I can understand why people jumped on that sort of bandwagon, but also didn't at all deserve the sort of death threats that he was getting.
And a journalist, that is, at the end of the day, that is the story, that Mercedes have messed up. They're there in fancy dress. They're dressed up as the Peaky Blinders and whatever. And they have messed up. So, of course, they want that story. Monte Carlo.
Monaco.
My favourite race.
What a race.
What a terrible, terrible venue for an F1 Grand Prix.
We won't be having that.
I mean, it looks amazing.
But the racing is shocking.
Morning, gents. All right, morning, Nigel.
That's why we clipped the clip. I genuinely had forgotten. I genuinely forgot why we put that clip, and I was like, I don't remember this bit of Christian Horner. Why did we?
Because of Charles looking fly.
That was what it was.
And that was it. That's literally the only reason we watched all of that. So moving on.
Yeah, welcome.
If they're good enough, they swim, they survive.
No. Oh, that is bad. Yeah, you're gone.
The peel.
What a shot that is, though, getting them just wiping him clean.
I bet Pierre was raging at what the things they said behind his back, that Netflix caught.
The question is, who is the right guy to be partnering Max Verstappen?
This is the living room.
That's dining room.
Dining room.
There he is, Mr. Alex Albon. What a chap.
Oh!
It just came up again.
Because there's so many clips in it where Horner's saying, it shows the footage where he's speaking to Pierre and he's saying, you're fine, don't worry. You just need a bit more confidence. You're doing all right. Don't worry about it. And then it goes to the studio shots and he's like, he's useless, isn't he?
Yeah, and even...
Genuinely.
Yeah.
But just before that clip where he's hugging Pierre at the beginning, before then, he just slagged him off to Helmut, hadn't he? And he was just like, jeez.
Here, Red Bull,
Pierre Gasly, that's been our Achilles heel.
Now at this point, we need a driver that can deliver and not make mistakes. A driver that's
got tremendous self-assurance.
A driver that will say,
I'm going for it. This is who I am.
bang, deliver. We'll give Alex Albon a run for the remaining 9 races.
We're going to put you in situ, so we just have to shoot you in a similar pose because we're going to remove that subject and put you in place, basically. Okay.
Subject?
Oh.
Not even that person.
They don't even name him.
Or like
He's not even a human.
Subject.
Oh, that's awful, isn't it?
That's horrific.
Savagery. That must have knocked Alex though,
Yeah,
because
100%.
surely that makes him feel like a
He feels guilty and
yeah. That subject. It was already like super awkward anyway. I
Yeah.
can imagine like how awkward must that be?
He will need to be able to deal with the pressure that goes with that.
That's the one thing I worry about with Alex. I never know if he's gonna withstand the pressure.
He's done all right so far, you'd have to say.
Yeah, but I think, you know, when it gets a little tougher
Brazil.
or... Yeah.
When he was fighting for a podium and then just turned in on Hamilton.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, Lewis obviously did get a penalty for that, but it could have easily been avoided. A lot of more experienced drivers wouldn't have just taken the apex there, would they? So,
Yeah, like he ran proper wide, didn't he? And cut in.
and then cut back in. So, oh well, he'll get a podium this year, I'm sure.
Oh, it's Nico Hülkenberg.
Hülkenberg.
Ask him about his drivers. What he thinks, if he's happy with them so far.
He doesn't dare to ask me directly. So you are acting as a shrink for our couple. We are not sure where we are going. Is it a long-term thing? Are you ready for this? Are we ready for this? Oh, look, the sea.
The ultimate.
Talk about distraction tactic. At the beginning of this clip, though, doesn't he say, when are we taking the Renault jet?
No, I think it's maybe... Oh yeah, it would have been before they took off.
He's genuine. He's fast. I think we have a very good relationship actually. I think we're both obviously quite mature.
Talking about Danny Rick, I imagine.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And no games. I mean, there's no problems on that side.
Oh, the pause. They love a pause.
I know that's where he's playing up to the cameras.
Yeah.
Danny Rick loves latching onto a meme, doesn't he? That was from that video, wasn't it, where it was how to pronounce his name properly.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then they were teaching Danny Rick how to say it, and then it's obviously just in his head, and now all he can think of is just keep saying
Well, that's
it.
what he does, isn't he? He latches onto a phrase, whether it's Jeepers or
Well
it's
done, Baku.
Well done, Baku. There's always
When
something
we were
that
with
he
him
loves
in Baku,
saying.
he would just say that
All the
every
time.
single.
He would just say it as a greeting, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Whenever he would
Yeah.
see us, he'd
Well
just
done,
say,
Baku.
well done, Baku. Didn't he even say it when we filmed with him in, where were we? Reading? For the Infinity thing?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he just
It's
loves
just
the...
a word for hello. It's his vocabulary
Well
for
done,
hello
Baku.
to
And then
WTF1.
Jeepers was his most recent one when we were with him, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Jeepers.
Jeepers.
Right, next one.
Oh, no.
Oh dear, we're in the Williams factory.
These cars are extraordinarily complex. There's 20,000 parts that we're manufacturing ourselves.
How many of these have we got? One at the moment?
Yeah, we're not going to scrap it.
No.
When you are an independent team, when you are a team on a budget the size of ours, it's an extraordinary challenge to actually get your car to testing.
I'd just love to have someone like Toto Wolff in that situation. I think they'd all just be killed.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to be fired. I mean, Guenther Steiner.
yeah.
Oh my God.
We are a very, very long way behind having a finished car here before we go to the test. Massive challenge at the moment with the delivery of diffuser.
What's the issue with the diffuser? What's the
Um,
hold-up on that?
The complexity of the parts sort of delaying the delivery. And then we've got a host of components which we've got an issue with at the moment. Front belt crank pivot shafts are not finished. The pin for the tower bracket we've somewhat lost track of.
Lost
in the
track
post.
of.
We've got 3 wheels, mate. Don't know where the 4th one is. We've lost track. How do you lose track of something?
Leads on to a bigger problem that we haven't even got any wheel nuts to hold the wheels on.
We not worked it out yet.
Still digging into it. Still digging into it.
You'll enjoy me talking about this, but Ferrari back in the mid-90s when they were very good and Schumi went over there, there's absolutely no way that Schumi, Ross Brawn and Jean Todt were just like, yeah, we're a bit rubbish, oh well. And making jokes, they were going, guys, get your shit together.
Or you're fired.
Or you're fired. Or
a bit like Guenther, how he said, I don't know who he was speaking to, but you saw it in the first few episodes where he was saying, well, if you don't sort it, you're done. You're finished. Someone's getting fired.
Yeah, he seemed ruthless, didn't he?
Yeah.
Well, it gets things done more so than Williams. Anyway, the final clip, which is beautiful because he's a man we haven't seen.
If you ask what it means to win with Ferrari, I don't know, because but I want to find out.
The political permutations, the backdoor dealings.
You got to make the most of your opportunities when you can.
The arm wrestling that goes on behind the scenes.
The peacock strutting.
It's about push myself against the best. I want to be the best.
You're always under pressure.
Diamonds are made under pressure.
Oh, no.
That's cringe.
That's the hardest thing to do.
It's not going to be easy.
No.
It's more like a hobby for me, so obviously I don't need to do it if I don't want.
Amazing.
Yeah, what are we doing this for?
Next year is going to be a fun year.
Now we have a new chapter.
We're ready to take it on.
Oh dear.
And
I love
nothing from
Giovinazzi. No one, because the Racing Point guys weren't in it, or Kimi, but at least they had that speaking part at the end. But I love how they've got the music, and then when Kimi comes on, they cut the music to add more.
They know exactly
effect.
what they're doing, don't they?
That's brilliant.
It's a hobby for me.
Oh my god.
I mean, fair.
And I love how that's the only thing we see of Kimi the entire show.
And it's also, it's peak Kimi Raikkonen that Netflix have gone around, done this whole series, filming people day in, day out, and Kimi has one line, and generally so many people have just come up to me, have you seen Drive to Survive? Kimi's part was funny, wasn't it?
There you have it. That is the end of our reacting to the best clips from Drive to Survive. I'm sure a lot of you will be in the comments going, oh, you didn't include this, you didn't include that. But we just decided to include the ones that we wanted to do. Okay? We enjoyed it.
If you haven't watched it, go watch it.
Yeah, if you haven't watched it, please do. Again, thank you to Netflix for allowing us to show these clips. It's been awesome to actually be able to show something.
Yes.
As a YouTube channel, isn't it? I think season 3, they maybe need to have a little rethink. Felt a little bit samey in some areas.
I don't know if they could get away with doing another, full episode on Danny Rick, another full episode on Guenther without it being too samey. But yeah.
Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and we'll see you soon.